under that condition that they also, as we did the other, that they get in, contact their neighbors and get signed off on that.
As
Okay.
well as the 1 a.m. difference on the
As
one day.
well as the 1 a.m. difference, that's right.
Okay, everybody on board with what Davis just said? Okay,
Second?
I had a first, I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Let's go item 2. Chuck Ward, General Manager. IL and PT, update City Council on generators, West Substation, city assistance, and emergency response. Good evening, Chuck.
Good evening.
That's a lot on speaking. You
Well,
only have
just-
like 5 minutes.
I just wanted to take the opportunity to talk with you about a couple of things that we've got going on, I guess, and both of us. First thing I want to talk about is pass these around. Look at them. They're one set, so just take a look at them. Back when we had the heavy rainstorm, we had some water damage to our west substation. The pictures that I'm sending around, the first one shows the back of the substation where the doors were busted through by the force of the water. The second one is inside looking down the stairwell into the basement. We had 6 to 7 feet of water in the basement of the substation. Looking back, the third picture is looking back into the basement from the stairwell. And then the fourth picture is the back south corner of the yard. You can see how high the water was, the debris up on the fence. Culverts in the yard were uncovered. The next picture is the front north corner. That's where the water came across. What happened was the water came off of the field to the west, and the culvert that comes under the road there near that retention pond by the high school is about an 18-inch or 24-inch culvert, and it could not hold all the water. So then the water breached the road, and when it came across the road, it's looking for its lowest path and happened to be right across the substation. The south yard is where the gravel was carried away. You can see a picture of debris that shows about 18 inches of water on the fence. And then the last picture is where we drained some of the water down, and you can see the back doors are all busted and destroyed. Took us 2 days to pump all the water out, and there's a lot of erosion to the site. We're estimating it's between $30,000 to $40,000 worth of damage. So, you know, it's a rainstorm and everything. What we would request is at some point in the future that the city, and I've talked a little bit with Steve about this, but the city consider upgrading that culvert across the road so that the water doesn't breach the road and stays in the ditch like it should. Either you add a couple culverts or take the small one out and put a big one in, whatever, but and I suggested to him if we could get in before you actually do any paving of the road and everything, but I don't know if we can get it done that quick, but
They tore into that this morning.
hopefully it'll be a while before it happens again, but it's very unfortunate for us. I don't know if insurance is going to cover it. We've turned it into the insurance company. The insurance man was out, the adjuster was out, we looked at it, and he said he didn't know if it would cover it or not. He said if it all came from the sump pump, then it would be covered, but obviously it all didn't come from the sump, so.
Would it be possible to, can we keep those copies?
Yeah, you can keep those, that's fine. And I've got others, I can make you more if you need them. I've got them on the phone, pictures of. Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention is generators.
That's on button.
This is your copy, Steve.
Oh, okay.
As you're aware, we're in the process of selling the generators at the plant. And those generators could be sold as early as August the 1st, which means they'll no longer be our generators to operate. The public bid opening is next Monday, the 15th at 2 o'clock. And then on the next Monday, the 22nd, we'll be taking the recommendation to the board. That leaves us in a situation where we have some critical loads that we need to cover with backup generators. 4 of them to mention. 2 of them's in here concerns the city. That's city wells. There's a city well in the plant that's in the front northeast corner of the plant. And then I think, you probably would want to put one on somewhere on the west side of the river for a well on that side. We also have to have a generator for our office building in case of emergency so that we can operate and restore power. And then on the telecommunication side, we'll have a generator there to keep the telecommunications and the head end up. So we've got 2 estimates so far, and we're working with a 3rd estimate. We don't have it yet. We don't think the 3rd estimate's going to be necessarily as favorable as this one, so this is the reason I was giving this one to you. But this is for the city's portion. We're going to take care of our portion, the office and telecommunications, but the board voted at the last board meeting that the city would need to take care of their portion, which are the 2 city wells. So we thought there might be some cost savings if we grouped together and went with one company and purchased 4 generators. And there is a slight cost savings. This company gave us a very good price anyhow. It's out of Waterloo. So the first option here is if the well motors can take a 35% voltage dip. That's someone needs to evaluate that and see if the motor can take a 35% voltage dip. If it can, then you can get by with a slightly smaller generator, be an 80 kW generator with an upsized 130 kW alternator. So when you take the generator and the equipment, the automatic transfer switch, the installation comes out about $37,559 per generator. And if you need 2 of those, $75,118 for 2 generators. Now, if you can't take a 35% voltage drop, and you can only take a 20% voltage drop,